London is currently honoured by the presence of Ornette Coleman, the alto saxophonist and composer who was the figurehead of the revolution which swept through jazz about a dozen years ago. Always a figure of considerable controversy, Ornette is here to record his new composition, The Skies of America, with the 82 musicians of the London Symphony Orchestra. Ornette, a few weeks ago we had Captain Beefheart on this programme and we were talking about you, and he said he didn't think you were a jazz musician at all. How would you react to that?
Well, I think that's probably a good answer. You know, I mean, I never think of myself as any particular title. It's just that I learned to write and play music, and that's what I do.
Does it work out as a stigma being known as a jazz musician, do you think?
Well, being black, I think, has something to do with being labeled as being a jazz musician. But since it has such a long connotation of interest to giving people an idea of what you are, I mean, mostly when you hear the word jazz, mostly people think of minorities, you know. They don't think of it being applied to any person, you know. And in that sense, it kind of outdates what I think I'm doing, you know.
Yeah. Recently you've become personally acquainted with Captain Beefheart and also with the Soft Machine, and now you're recording with the LSO. Does this mean that you're consciously looking for a new audience, do you think, in those terms?
Oh, I don't know about new audiences, but I'm constantly looking for a way to expand the things that I'm capable of doing. And, you know, if doing that means new audiences, then I guess that's what it is. But I really think just about music, and if the audience is there, it's there, you know.
Why do you think your kind of music isn't popular? Because it certainly communicates to quite a lot of people.
I really didn't know it wasn't.
Well, not popular on the level of, say, a rock music, you know, because its emotional appeal seems to be as direct.
In a sense of song form music, I think instrumental music is in secondary place to song form music. I don't think just my music isn't popular in a sense. I think any instrumental music has a secondary place in relationship to song form music, because music that has words is much more understandable than instrumental music, you know. In that sense, I think most all instrumentalists has to take a second place of song music. You know.
This relates somewhat to The Skies of America, the piece you're doing with the LSO, doesn't it? Can you tell us something of the theories behind the writing of the piece?
Well, I originally had written a theory book about 5 years ago, and I started writing The Skies of America in '68, and from traveling so much, it took me so long to finish it. But finally I got it finished, and now I'm doing the finishing touches with the London Symphony, and it's working out quite well. But the title came to me from, I was born in Texas, you know. And in Texas, the weather is very strange, because one day I'm walking down the streets, and it's raining and hailing on one side, and sun shining on the next side, you know. I mean, you could cross the street and get hail and rain, and the next side just get sunshine, you know. And the weather is always very strange in America, because the elements of the, I guess, the vibration elements in relationship to the mental attitude in a city undoubtedly must affect the people and the climate or something, because in Texas the people are in a different frame of mind, and the weather's also the same way, whereas in New York, one time the sky looks very purple one day. I thought the world was coming to an end or something, you know. And I just got the title from having to be in different parts of America and having to feel the different effects of the climates in those cities. Like San Francisco, I wrote a piece called The Sun Suite, because in San Francisco, always the whole city is just engrossed with the sun, you know. I don't know if anyone else understands what I mean, but to me, it's just not getting involved in any particular interest in any person or place or thing, but just the total concept of nature and existing, you know.
At the recording sessions with the LSO over the last couple of days, it was noticeable that quite a lot of the musicians, who after all are very experienced professional classical musicians, were quite bewildered by the things you'd written for them. How do you cope? How do you cope with people like that? You know, who really don't understand what you're trying to do, yet have to play your music.
Well, I think that comes from having to respect the person, having to have our position as playing with the London Symphony. I would doubt that every one of those players are very competent and professional and master craftsmen, as well as the conductor, David Mitchum. They are very well dedicated to what they are capable of doing, and the only thing I ask is to have the cooperation of their talents to blend with the things I've written down. And mostly what most players really try to do is to interpretate what they think you want. And in my case, I usually try to play it and show them and see how close they come to that. And the London Symphony has been very, very on a case, you know.
Good. Since you came to prominence, into the public eye, you've been the victim of probably more criticism than any jazz musician in history, I should imagine, and most of which is bordered on, or a lot of which is bordered on hate. How does that affect an artist when he's subjected to that bombardment?
Oh, I think that the concept of nature and the ego in the male and female images of whatever makes one think has to do with their love relationship to their own head in relationship to their own nature. In other words, if a person likes what you do, regardless whether he understands it or not, he seems to let you know that, and if he doesn't, he seems to indicate that he hates what you're doing. And in my case, I've had it happen both times. I've had people to, be very nasty, and then 6 months later come up and hug me. But that's their own head, you know. I mean, if I was worried about that, I would never write or perform music. But since music is basically for the good of nature, I'd rather try to stay with that.
Mm-hmm. You were supposed to play Skies of America with your quartet and the orchestra at the Albert Hall last Thursday, but it was cancelled at short notice. Are there any plans for you to come back and...
Yeah, I think in July we're going to do it. Then it was the time difference, and as well as the established laws that have to do with economic of work and all those things that made it very impractical now to do. But I think in July we're going to do it, and we'll have more time to do it, you know.
We'll be looking forward to it. Ornette Coleman,
oh,
thank you very much.